Show me how you feel. Show me how you feel.
Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me on my channel. This week I have a very special guest with me, Sarah from Breath of Henna.
Hey guys, how are you? Thank you so much, Danielle, for having me.
I'm so excited that you're here.
So stoked.
We have a really exciting collaboration coming up for you, and Sarah is a henna master. She's been doing it for over 10 years, doing it full time, and honestly I'm so excited to introduce you guys to her because she not only is a great artist but has some really amazing information and knowledge on the art of henna. So I'm gonna ask her some questions and she's gonna do a full custom design piece on myself and Brianna, and we'll show you that as we answer these questions. What is henna exactly?
Yes, so henna basically, traditionally is found in a cone to adorn people. It's kind of like you're looking for the perfect makeup product, right? So you want the best, you want it to be adhered in a small container that is easily accessible. So what ends up happening is that henna actually is natural, and as you can see, this cone right here, we have henna, which is like a greenish brown, like an earthy color, and it kind of looks like soil. So henna is from the plant Lawsomnia, which is found in warm climate areas. So henna basically just comes in a powder form, in a plant form, and you grind it up and you mix it with sugar, water, and an oil. So right here I have this lavender henna.
How do you make the henna last longer?
Yes, so I provide pre-care and aftercare instructions. So pre-care for you would be, for example, since we're doing it today, so your skin is exfoliated, correct?
Yeah, I waxed my arm before.
A
couple days ago. I'm German, okay?
I love it. Girl, we all got that peach fuzz. You want to exfoliate your hand. Now your hand here, as you can see, you've got no hair here. You've got very smooth skin. So what I would say, if you have any bumps or anything like that, not to exfoliate, you know, the heebie-jeebies out of it, but just to get a nice smooth surface. And then for your arm here, if you're going forward up, we have a lot of oils that we don't originally see or that we can't really feel. And plus, we're not usually like taking like, you know, cleansers and like cleaning up here more. Totally. It's more our hands. We wash every single day. Hence, you get a stronger, you know, stain on your arms. And then as you're going upper, you get kind of like a lighter shade due to your blood circulation. So what I do with my henna designs is I meet my brides. So I am a bridal henna expert as well. So during our consultations, like say for example, it's your wedding day and you want to get henna done and you're like, oh my god, Sarah, so like me and my man, like, you know, we go out camping and like I love filigree and I love like roses. So I'm like, okay, wait a second, you said roses? Okay, so let's use the rose as a motif. So the motif is structured usually in the center here somewhere, usually in the palm. So how you want to read the bridal design usually, or any sleeve design, I call the upper arm the crown. This part represents your family, and this part represents the love story, because you're holding each other's hands.
I'm like, would that be cross-cultural? Would that be considered rude if I did it?
It is not cultural appropriation whatsoever. You know, we live in Canada. Henna is everywhere. It's on everyone. You have to hide your lover's name in your henna. You have to. Really? Because then if he finds it, he gets to take you home.
Can you do that to me today?
Yeah.
Put my lover's name in
mine.
The next, I have all my questions on my phone because I can't remember 5 questions apparently. What are the best brands of henna? Because I know that breast bands.
The breast bands.
The breast bands. No, because I remember, I know this is so bad probably. You're probably like, no, good Lord, no, don't do that. But before I met you, I was like on Amazon because I was like lazy to go find.
Oh my god, Amazon.
It was only because I was like, I honestly don't even know where to start, which is why I created this channel for you guys anyways. For those who don't know where to begin and get those first questions. So I didn't know where to go, so I was like, Amazon, and there were so many different brands, and I was like, oh my god, which one? What's this one? What's the difference?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
What are the brands? Like, can you give us an overview?
So anything that's branded is usually branded by a self-employed artist, for example, like ourselves, for example. So, you know, Danielle has this like liquid liner that you want to like use or something, but you'd create it and you'd create those products and you go to a chemist and et cetera, like branding.
You have to be certified to do that?
So you definitely have to be certified. Natural henna does not last longer than 2 weeks outside. So actually, it's actually 2 to 3 days, like outside. So if it's in the fridge, it can last about 2 to 3 weeks. I cut that one out. But if it's outside, shipping and handling overseas, anything that's in the store on Gerrard Street. Gerrard Street is known as Little India, and the store is called Kohinoor, which is like a diamond. So this is the grocery store, which looks nothing like a diamond. It's complete, it's crazy inside. So you go inside and the henna is actually outside. Henna, because it's natural, it should be in the fridge. Anything natural needs refrigeration, does it not? Like a fruit or a vegetable. So what we end up doing is, I used to buy them and the cones would be outside, 12 for like $15, really good price. Do not buy Afrin mainly, people. Afrin, A-F-R-I-N. It comes in a red box. So if you buy that, it actually has a little bit of textile dyes. They say it's natural. They say a lot of things are natural. But then because they're shipping it over from India, how long does it take for something to come here from India? Like what is that? Like 7 days, 8 days?
Right, when you think about it, like it all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
Trails, they're all connected, right?
Exactly, and they're not refrigerated. They're just put in carts and they're shipped overseas. So you want to make sure that you have a local natural henna supplier. So you can come to me. But I usually go to my friends Lizzie's or my girl Henna CKG who's in Montreal, and she makes the most amazing lavender henna.
What kind of henna exists and what is like, oh, does that kind of, was that like the black henna, the white henna?
So what you want to make sure, natural henna guys, is a dark wine in 2 to 3 days, but it looks like a greenish brown. And then black henna, definitely don't get that ever. It has ammonia and PPD in it, which is in hair dye. What happens is it swells up like a wart, goes back down, and then you have a rash and a permanent scar on your skin.
Why do you want that?
I don't know. I have no idea. Because it doesn't, the thing is, people, you don't know what natural henna is, and so you get that orange color when you go to the streets and you're not getting henna done by a professional artist, and then you end up paying, you know, double the price and you don't get a good stain because it's store-bought henna.
So
and
true.
It doesn't have a good henna. It's not good.
That makes sense.
It's not good. And then white henna is just body paint and glue.
Is there anything else you want to say about henna that I didn't ask you or that you get asked a lot by people?
Yeah, for sure. So henna's for everyone, guys. Henna's a beautiful, beautiful form of art. It's a verse. For me, it's a language, and that has connected me to so many different people like yourself as well. And you know, there's nothing, it has nothing to do with like borders and boundaries. Like henna is for everyone. It's from the earth, again, like I said. Use it, don't abuse it, and you know, for me, it was like, it brought me closer to my culture and it brought me closer to being who I am today.
All right, I'm so excited. Let's do it.
Let's sleep.
Okay, ready guys? Let's do it. Bye. Third day after henna, and this is what it looks like. We'll talk to you quickly about what we did for aftercare. First, we put on this specific solution that is just a fresh squeezed lemon, a full lemon, and then you put 3 teaspoons of a sugar. We put in coconut sugar, and then you microwave it for 15 seconds, just enough so that some of the stuff from the sugar releases into the water, and then you can use a Q-tip or a small brush. You really don't want to soak it too much, just lightly glaze over top of all of the henna so that it kind of just dries, and then after that you want to put it over the stove because heat really allows like Sarah was saying, allows the skin to absorb the product and the color and become really dense, especially around the fingers. It did a nice job.
What we did was applied medical tape over top of it, so it was just stuck to the arm, and in the morning you wake up, you peel the medical tape off, and a lot of the ink will fleck off with the tape, but anything that's left over you can just pick off with your finger or a butter knife lightly on your skin, and once all the ink is off and it's nice and smooth, you can continue to do the heat and then coconut oil over top to keep it moisturized and really let that ink settle in.
Oh, and wear latex gloves while you're in the shower if you have them, because obviously the more you rub your, I'm doing it right now. Obviously the more you rub your fingers, the more chance the faster it's gonna wear off and come off. So, and that's it.
Right? So what ends up happening is that, yeah, sorry, yeah, HENNA supplier, I guess, feel it.
Oh, it's like firm.
Yeah.
Air in there.
So anyways, you want to make sure it's tight and nice and long. So what we want to do is you want to make sure